Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John. Today we'll be reviewing the new album by Sabaton called The War to End All Wars. In this video I will talk a little about the band Sabaton. I will talk about the sound of the band and go through the songs on the album. Then I'll give my final thoughts and score. So let me just get right into it. Sabaton is a Swedish power metal band, and they're actually a lot bigger than I thought they were. Their last album, The Great War from 2019, reached #1 on the German and Swedish charts. And their album, Carolus Rex from 2012, is the best-selling heavy metal album in Sweden. So they are a power metal band. They are very unique in that they write mostly about war. They are a fairly new band. They formed in 1999. Their sound can be described as that like typical power metal. The vocals are clean. You can listen to the lyrics on the song very well. You know, most of the songs do tell stories about, war stories, from, history. And since this is a power metal, they have a very big sound. They have the two guitars, the keyboards. They play like fast-paced rhythms, and they do have some heavy riffs, along the way. Songs are very energetic, but they're also very catchy. That's why this band is very popular. The War to End All Wars is their 10th album, released March 4th, 2022. This is the sequel to The Great War from 2019, which was about World War I. So this album was preceded by 3 singles I will talk about, which is Christmas Truce, released October 2021, Soldier of Heaven, released January 2022, and The Unkillable Soldier, just released recently in February. The song opens up with the song called Stormtroopers. Now, it's not about Star Wars. They're actually soldiers from the German army. The song has a fast-paced power metal style, lots of guitar riffs and keyboards in the intro. The vocals are very easy to understand, so for those who like to follow along with the lyrics. As with most of their songs, the chorus is very catchy. There is a breakdown at the 2-minute mark with some kind of choir-style vocals and a slow melodic solo. It does remind me a little of like Iron Maiden at times, and the song does pick up speed with the galloping guitars and the fast drum beat. Next is Dreadnought. So this song is about a battleship called dreadnoughts that were common in the 20th century. The song starts with some like stop-start riffs, and you do hear like the ocean in the background that kind of like creates this like whole atmosphere of it. The song moves at a slower pace than the other songs. The main guitar riff is memorable, can be heard throughout the song. Next is The Unkillable Soldier. So this song is about Adrian Carton de Wiart, who was a soldier from World War I. And the song starts with some choir-style vocals, followed by like the first verse with galloping guitars. The song has a classic power metal style with a fast-paced and lyrics that do tell a story about this, person who fought in many wars. It does slow down at the 2-minute mark with the choir-style vocals, followed by the galloping guitars. Next is Soldiers of Heaven. This is about White Friday avalanches during World War I. So there was an avalanche on the Italian front that killed 270 soldiers. So the song starts with kind of like an industrial metal style keyboard. It reminded me a little of like 9 Inch Nails for some reason. And the story is being told like in the first verse. So the guitars do come in during the chorus on the song. The song also features some melodic guitar solo, like with most of the other songs. Next is Hellfighters. So this is about the 369th Infantry Regiment of the United States of America, also called the Harlem Hellfighters. So they were, a group, they're actually from New York. Now the song is a lot heavier than the others. So the main riff has almost like a thrash metal feel to it, and the song does move at a fast pace. And just the song has lots of energy. Next is Race to the Sea. This one is about Albert the First of Belgium and the Battle of Ussur at the end of 1914. The Race to the Sea, again, another true story from history. It does have a classic power metal style with the keyboards and the guitars in the forefront. The song's not very fast-paced. It does have a big, very like anthemic and big sound. Type of song that kind of invokes the feelings of getting ready for battle. The song also features those like choir-style vocals throughout the song. Next is Lady of the Dark. This is about Milunka Savic, who was a female Serbian soldier. Another song with some heavy stop-start riffs. The verse is sung with both the solo and the choir vocals, and it does have a very melodic guitar. Next is The Valley of Death. This is about the 1918 Battle of Dorien. Another song with a classic power metal sound, heavy guitars, keyboards in the forefront. followed by the galloping guitars and the fast pace. Song some pretty cool breakdown with a memorable guitar solo. Next is Christmas Truce, and a real truce about the year 1914, which was a series of ceasefires around Christmas time in 1914. So this is more of like an epic sounding song, and it's also kind of a Christmas song. It does have that type of like Christmassy type of sound to it. The song starts with some guitars, but continues with like a piano in the first verse. I guess something similar to like Empire of the Clouds by Iron Maiden, something like that. But the song still has everything you would want from a Sabaton song, with the choir vocals, the keyboards, and the heavy guitar. The last song is called Versailles. It's about the Treaty of Versailles. This was the most important peace treaty, and the one that ended World War I in 1919. So the song starts with a slow intro and a spoken word section with a female narrator kind of setting the scene for the story of the whole Treaty of Versailles. The song then continues in the usual Sabaton fashion with the choir-style vocals. The narrator does come back in the song, after the first verse. So again, the song moves at a slower pace and does have some melodic, clean guitar. So in conclusion, so it's the type of music for people who like to listen to song lyrics and also like heavy music. So if you're a metal fan, there are some types of heavy metal where you might like to focus more on the instruments, something like death metal or thrash metal, where you don't really like focus much on, the vocals as much. But it's a type of metal for people who just like watching documentaries on the History Channel. Every song tells a story, Not really many bands write songs like this. Probably the most famous one that comes to mind is like Iron Maiden. They've had songs like Passchendaele and many other songs like that. But as with other power metal bands, they write mostly about like sword and sorcery stuff. So I did enjoy the album. I do need to listen to their other albums more. I'm actually kind of interested more in the band now. I do like that each song tells a story. Now, if I were a history teacher, I'd probably like assign some of these songs to my students because they are like real like history stories. So I thought that's pretty cool. My score for this will be an 8.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you thought. So that is all. My next video will be the new Crowbar album, followed by the new albums by Warrior Soul and Midnight. I will also have some anniversary reviews for Jethro Tull and Foreigner. I'll have all that next week. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.